After having a baby, moms are unfairly pressured to bounce back with their bodies to be the same size or often smaller than they were before pregnancy. The lengths women go, oftentimes quite extreme.
Are you tired of salads and exercise? Is there an easier way to get a super slim body? According to one mom of three, there is. Diana, a former U.S. Navy veteran, was fed up after losing her natural curves following the birth of her 4-year-old twin boys. Over the past 3 years, Diana decided the easiest way to go from a size 29 waist to a shocking size 18 was by wearing waist-pinching corsets for nearly 23 hours a day. She even claims to wear it during sex. Despite the many health concerns, Diana has over 45 corsets in her closet to keep her figure in check. Corset waist training has definitely become a popular trend. But is Diana living proof of taking a fad way too far?
I want to get rid of this notion of corset and waist training. Because the only thing you're doing when you're wearing a corset is training your waist to not do its job. And when I read this story, my biggest concern for this woman wearing this 23 hours a day is when she's wearing this corset, all of those core muscles that you need to move through life, they're not doing their job. And your risk of long-term problems wearing it that often skyrocket.
Back problems, posture problems, core problems. You're restricting your ability to breathe because the rib cage can't expand and contract normally. I mean, Doc, look at what she's doing. She's obsessed with this hourglass Coke bottle figure.
Right, which is very unnatural when you look at it. I mean, our audience is gasping and it doesn't look good actually, but I also worry about the kind of message that she's sending to her children in terms of body image and what's supposed to look good. And, you know, I wish that she would try to think a little bit about doing some things the old-fashioned boring way, which is eat right, exercise, and get yourself back to better shape.
But I commend her husband because he doesn't want her to get smaller, and so she has a supportive husband. It sounds like that, you know, wants her to be healthy.
If you were to wear one of these, which I highly discourage, it should be for the shortest amount of possible time and for a very unique occasion, and it shouldn't be to this extreme, 18 inches, because there are corsets out there that are much more mild, and it's almost like Spanx.
Right.
And I'm really referring more to something like that where, you know, a big special evening, but I think the concern is when you start using it over and over again, it not only creates...
She lives by this thing.
Yeah.
How about she doesn't take it off for sex?
Yeah,
or sleep, apparently, if it's 23 hours a day.
Well, because she thinks that it's doing something, that she's training her body, that she's changing her musculoskeletal system, that she's tightening her skin.
I agree with Dr. Ordon. I think there is an underlying psychological issue that needs to be addressed. There's a reason that this woman wants this particular figure, and I wish her the best, and I hope that she finds someone who can talk to her and kind of guide her to better health.
So do this exercise. You know, everyone, put your hand on your belly, and I want you to take a nice deep breath in. You feel your belly expand, right? Because what happens every time you take a breath, a deep breath, what happens is your diaphragm actually lowers itself down towards the abdominal cavity, pushing everything down and out, and that is very natural. Anytime you wear anything constricting around your abdomen, what you're doing is you're preventing that diaphragm from dropping, and what happens is you end up having to chest breathe, which is if you push your stomach in and try to chest breathe, you can feel it's very shallow, it's very abnormal, and that's why never do you want to wear anything that restricts your abdomen's ability to expand and contract with your breath.